Bang, bang, see you later, home run, bat flip. Hello, I'm Ryan and my topic is why hitting baseballs in different stadiums not fair. I have always wondered if in different stadiums you can hit the ball farther or hit more home runs. And then one day I was watching a Colorado Rockies baseball game and one of the announcers said, "Welcome to a hitter's ballpark," or "Welcome to a hitter's friendly ballpark," or something like that. And I thought if it was called a hitter's ballpark, that means the hitters have the advantage. But they don't call it to other stadiums, which is not fair that Coors Fields has a hitter's advantage and other stadiums do not. So at Coors Field, you can hit the ball more and get more home runs than other stadiums. The picture is Coors Field, which is home to the Colorado Rockies, which has the highest elevation in the MLB. This is what makes the ball travel farther. So a higher altitude will make a ball travel farther. So examples of stadiums that are way above sea level is Coors Field, SunTrust Park, and Chase Field. By the way, when I'm saying elevation and altitude, I mean how far above sea level is that stadium. Another one is low density, so the higher you go, the lower the density is. Another one is humid hot weather can help too, but humid weather makes a little difference, but not a lot. Also, when hitting a baseball at Coors Field, it can travel 32.81 feet farther than other stadiums, which is not fair at all. The bottom right picture is a picture of Coors Field, which is home to the Colorado Rockies. I showed it because Coors Field makes the ball travel farther. The top right graph is a graph showing the density of the air by how far the ball goes. So it shows that the higher the density, the lower the range would be. It also shows the lower the density is, the higher the range would be. This is what you want for your stadium if you want lots of runs. This is what makes the ball not travel farther. So basically, it's the opposite of what makes the ball travel farther. So with a low altitude or a low elevation will not make the ball travel farther. Also, a stadium with high density will not make the baseball travel farther. And stadiums with cold and not humid weather. I've experienced with hitting a baseball in cold weather and it's not fun. It is really hard, and when you hit the ball, the bat rattles, which is hard to make the ball travel. The bottom right shows the Miami Marlins Stadium, which has a low altitude. The top right is the same graph from the other slide. This is probably what you don't want if you want lots of runs. This slide is a combination of why people should care and why it's not fair. People should care because, like I said, the last two slides, a team with anything for what makes a baseball travel farther, they can score lots of runs and win more games, and the hitters will have the advantage. But a team with anything that makes a baseball not travel farther will maybe not win as many games. And Coors Field, you can hit the ball 32.81 feet farther, which is not fair at all to other stadiums. And a team that doesn't make the baseball travel farther won't win as many games. And hitting a baseball in different stadiums will make a difference in baseball. So a stadium with high altitude and they're really good can make them win lots of World Series. And why it's not fair is it's basically the same. When you get more runs, you win more games, and that's with teams that have anything that makes the ball travel farther, which is just not fair at all to the stadiums that makes not the ball travel farther. And they play 81 games, and that's half of their season, and they could just get runs and win lots of games at home because of their stadium. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.